this room have a tradition of ranching or farming, and it is in our blood. It's what makes us great. It's what makes Nebraska unique. And I always say that when I get up on the floor, in fact, I make people nervous sometimes as Brad's going on the floor again to talk about Nebraska. So everybody leaves and goes to lunch or whatever. But I get up and I talk to them about how unique we are, how unique our unicameral legislature is, how we govern in a nonpartisan legislature. And people can't believe it. When I talk about working across the aisle, for me it's just common sense and commonplace. To my colleagues in the House, it's something so foreign to them. It's something so foreign to them. So when we decide as a state and as a community to get involved in urban farming and all the aspects of urban farming, it's just incredible to think about how far we've come and how fast we've come to this point and how far we're going to go and how quickly we're going to get there. And that's because Nebraska is an amazing place. Not to get off topic, but we're just a smidgen away from having a new Veterans Medical Center here. And the reason we're a smidgen away is because we're the first community in the entire country that was willing to provide private donor dollars to match federal dollars to build a new medical center. And it's amazing. That tradition of partnership and cooperation and collaboration that's going to provide an opportunity for us to serve our veterans better. And it is interesting when I talk to veterans groups how many veterans coming back from service want to get into agriculture and want to be part of the agricultural economy. Many of them have served in Afghanistan and Iraq, and they've gone to the villages in the Middle East and worked with the populations there, the small communities, and learned about their needs and their challenges and how important it is for them to learn how to grow things so they can sustain their country and their families. And they bring that spirit back to America. And so for us to be able to stand up in Nebraska and say to veterans, we're going to do something in Nebraska that no one else has ever done. And I want to congratulate and thank Deb Fisher for introducing the bill in the Senate. And we're very hopeful that in September we'll get this done. So Nebraska is unique. We do things nobody else does. We had the VA secretary here the other day, Bob McDonald, and we sat down and had dinner, and he said, I'd like to move the whole VA to Nebraska. He said, there's something in the water here. I said, well, we have a lot of water. Not all of it is surface water, but we have a great deal of water, and some of it's sort of sandy, but we have it. And we are fortunate. We are fortunate that we have, not only do we have a lot of water, but we have a lot of people who are committed to their state and to their community. And that's what makes this opportunity today so great, because we are blasting off. And as we look forward to 2018 in the next Farm Bill, there are so many opportunities with SNAP and related programs to expand the opportunities for those in this room and to provide a quality of food production and a quality of food sustainability so that every Nebraskan has equal opportunity for the best, freshest food possible. When I was at the Housing Authority, I remember I kept trying to get an urban garden going, but I was not the guy to do it. I was not an urban gardener. I can barely, well, I don't want to get into it in great depth, but I can barely, make toast. But anyway, so which I've learned going to Washington, living by myself in Washington, even making toast is a challenge, but I've been able to do some of that. But anyway, so I did, in those days at the Housing Authority, I knew that if we could develop urban gardens, I knew if we could do it, that we would bring the community in the housing, public housing together in a way that had never been brought together before. And we tried, we got a few things going. So now we're here. So I'm so thankful you're here. I'm so thankful to the committee that got this started, for my staff, for USDA, for state extension, for everyone that are involved and so open to change. Thank you very much.